Well, hello, this is Rosa. How are you doing? How's it going? Going to be bringing to you a review. I got into these. They're vacuum seal bags. They're called Out of Air. They're 7mm thick, which means they're thicker than the regular store-bought, the more famous ones. I'm not going to mention names because I don't want to be picking one person over the other. This is just my personal review of these bags. Now, I did some dehydrated diced peppers. I did some hot dog buns to make croutons down the line, but I wanted to save it so it wouldn't spoil. So I dehydrated my croutons, my hot dog buns. And then I put the whole bun in. I'll do a picture, because I did a picture. I'll just do a snapshot picture of it, because that's in another room. And I'm pooped already. I've got a lot of chores, a lot of running to do today. And I want to make this a quickie video too. So I'm going to do a comparison. I went ahead and labeled my bags. One of the good things about this is this doesn't fade around. It doesn't smear. So I'm going to try to save one of these in my deep freezer, and I want to compare it to make sure that the freezer burn is not near as bad as it is when you're going on foil. This is just habit. I'm 63 years old. It's just a habit that I have. I always foil my meat. As soon as I get it home, I package it, because I always buy the bulk stuff because it's cheaper. So I package it, and I write with a black Sharpie what the product is, like 2 pork chops, 4 pork chops, pork chops with bone, ground beef, chicken, whatever it is. But I've noticed that a lot of times, because like everybody else, you move things around and one gets put somewhere else, and that piece of meat on that freezer thing got some freezer burn on it. And I have a food saver vacuum sealer, and I've been using it for years, but I keep on forgetting, because it's another room, to, instead of using foil all the time, because if you notice the price of foil, it's going up in price, and it's like, oh, I've got all these vacuum seal bags. Let me just make my own. But I went ahead and got these pre-measured ones. These are the pint ones, which are 6 by 10. They have the quart. They come in all sizes. They do it by the roll, so you can make your own size that you want. These are already pre-sealed, pre-cut, and they have this little perforation just right here. And what's nice about these bags is you can put the food that's in the bag, just cut a little slit in it before you put it in there, and put it in a pot of boiling water, like you want to steam some vegetables. So you've got your homegrown or store-bought produce, and you want to steam vegetables. Just stick the whole bag inside boiling. I think it's at 100 degrees, I believe. I'll put a pop-up. I'm not exactly for sure, but you can make your own bag of steamed vegetables. And have you priced the bag of steamed vegetables? That has really shot up, because we don't have a garden. Well, I'm starting a garden, but it's very, very tiny. There's only 3 things in it, and it's peppers. Peppers and onions, green onions. So I don't have any veggies or nothing yet, because I wanted to see how, this is my first time trying it. So we'll see. So next year I'm hoping to have a bigger crop, and then this way I'll be able to do this. I'm sorry about my asthma. It's kicking up again. So let's just go ahead and do the comparison. So what I do on mine, because I buy in bulk, I'm just going to slice my 5 pounds of ground beef, and I just eyeball it. I don't measure. I just eyeball it to 5 equal portions. I'm going to put them in my bag. I'll bring it back over there to the vacuum sealer, because that's in another room. We're going to seal them, and then I'm going to show you, and then we'll come back, and then that'll be it. So I'm just going to basically, all I'm doing is, see, I cut this out. This is my, and because I wanted these to be in equal size measurements, and I like to take my plastic off. I know some people leave it on, but I prefer to take it off. That's just me. There's no reason for it. It's just me. And then I'm going to put this in my little pre-measured bag, just for convenience sake, and since I got them. I like to make sure it goes all the way down to the bottom. And I personally like to make it flat, so it's not bulky in my freezer. That's why I wanted to use these pre-measured ones. And I figured a 1 pint would be more than enough to vacuum seal it. And I could still squish it flat. I want to try to get it in all the little corners so I can use up all my space. And then that way they'll lay it flat in the freezer and take up less space. See, there we go. So I'm going to do the rest of this, and then we'll bring it back when we go to the vacuum and vacuum them up. Okay, we're back in the canning room. I went ahead and measured them all. They're all pretty much equal. I squished them all down so they're nice and flat as possible. It's always good. This is just FYI tip. This is just what I do, but I think it's good. Is as you're pouring stuff, of course, outside of the bag gets a little on the greasy side. Just get a clean wash towel, and then just wipe this part down, because that's what's going to go in your sealer. And you want to make sure it gets a good seal. So go ahead and do that to all your bags when you're working with something like meat, anything that's got a lot of greasy stuff in it. Now this is going to be vacuum sealing for items in the freezer, so I don't care how much fat is in them. But when you're vacuum sealing dehydrated items, number one, you don't want to dehydrate anything with too much fat. A tiny little bit of fat is okay, but not a whole lot, because oil and fat turns rancid. Okay, and that will definitely turn on you, and you're just wasted your time and your money. Okay, so make sure I'm working with a clean project. My machine is on. Let's turn this on. Put it inside the sealer. It is on the noisy side. Sorry about that. Now we're just waiting for it to, it's going to automatically know when to turn itself off. The light will come off. Oh, and I forgot to mention I needed to change this to moist, because this has got a liquid. See the liquid in there? Let me angle this so you can see from the glare. See that? So it needs to know that it is a sealed item, but it's got moisture in it. Okay. So there's a dry, every machine's different, so double check your machine. Mine has a dry section and a moisture button. So, and you know you can dehydrate other things besides food. Okay. You just push it in till it takes it. Okay, what's going on? Okay. It's been a while. Oh, there it goes. Well, it didn't vacuum. So I'm not going to waste my bag. And I know this is going to be eaten this week. So I'm good to go with that. So let's just go ahead and let's do this one more time. It shouldn't. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do the seal. I think that's what it was. I think it was user error. Yeah, it was user error. Sorry about that. There we go. Something happened and it didn't, oh, it got a lot of moisture in there. Let me wipe this again. Sometimes it happens. It's just part of the program. And remember, this is a machine. And it's always best if you lay it flat. So let's do this one more time. Okay, some moisture. Yes. I may have a dud. I don't know. Let's try one more because the other 3 worked just fine. So let me make this nice and smooth, nice and flat. See that? It's a machine, and there's nothing you can do about it. It happens. Sometimes you have a fail, and it just doesn't work. That's just the way it is. But see that? Worked out just fine. Let's try this one more time. And this time I'm just going to put it upside down. But it shouldn't make a difference. Oh, you know what? You can't see me moving it close. See how the liquid is moving up toward the suction? That's what it was. It was getting too much liquid. Oops, sorry about that. I wanted to show you what was going on. I had to move the camera. But look at that. See how all that blood got up there? That's why it wasn't causing it to vacuum, but it did. It vacuumed it now. Now, in here in your tray, you have a, okay, there's a little tray in here, and there's where the moisture collects. You want to check this every time after you're done using it, okay? But I need to get my manual because it's been a long time since I've done this. But there's a little reservoir, so I'm going to check that. But my main gist for you was, let me pause and go back to my kitchen because my other piece of meat is in there. I'm going to pause it for just a minute. Alrighty, I forgot. I'm going to put it in my description box. I became an affiliate for Out of Air, and there's a discount code that you'll get in there. I'll put it in the description box. You click on it, doesn't cost you anything extra. I get a tiny little commission thing on it. I'm not exactly for sure because I'm so brand new to this, so I don't know. But anyway, click on that, try it out for yourself. And place in the comments if you want any comments or anything. I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have. And I will put a pop-up of the Out of Air website, so you can go right to it. And of course, it will also be in my description box. Thank you. Have a good one. Take care now. Bye-bye. Oh, I forgot. Don't forget to hit like, comment, and share. Take care.